Okay, hey everybody. Today, Saturday, 13th, 10:15 in the morning, 87 degrees. And so this video is requested a ton, and it's probably followed up by, how do I shoot my equipment, or what equipment do I use to shoot my videos, as well as, what's dating like. So this is the third most requested video, and it's one I haven't done yet, so wanted to go ahead and shoot this video. And it is my budget, or I'd actually prefer to say my spending habits, because I don't really have a budget. I've never been a big budget guy. I set aside, I've always been, like, I save 20% of my earnings and invest that, and then I spend what I have. I like freedom around my finances, and budget to me is pretty restrictive in a sense. So anyways, these are my spending habits, as I probably like to call it, instead of a budget. But with that said, the biggest expense that I have is my apartment, and that is 20,000 pesos. And then I also have a parking spot, and that parking spot is 5,000 pesos. And that's something to consider when you're here. Is parking is usually separate when you're looking at a place, but for most people, it's probably not an issue. Unless you have a scooter or whatever like I do. So yes, my apartment with parking is 25,000 pesos. The next couple things here, reoccurring bills that I have, is my internet and my phone. Those are both with Globe, and they're both about the same. 1,500 pesos for my internet, as well as 1,500 pesos for my phone. My internet, I've got, kind of one of their medium packages. It's I think around 100 meg down, and I think I'm around 20 or so up. So not the greatest up, but for most people, up isn't really a big deal. The download has been fine. I have no problem streaming full HD, so that's been fine. My phone, I also, like I said, is with Globe, and I have the 30 gig plan, and that's been more than sufficient. I actually will probably reduce that a little bit during the next contract. I don't really need or use that much. But I also do use it for a hotspot to connect my iPad and things like that, because there isn't a lot of public Wi-Fi like you're used to in the States. And the next is electric. So my electric is varying a little bit. My last bill I got, I think, was 3,400 pesos, but it appears to be averaging right around 3,000 pesos per month. Right now we're in a little bit of a warmer season, and so it's a little bit higher, but my electric's 3,000 pesos. And then eating out. Eating out is a big one for me. I figure I spend pretty close to about 1,000 pesos a day. I'll eat, I'll have Starbucks sometimes once a day, and that's around 200 pesos. Breakfast I usually eat at home. I'll have oatmeal or whatever at home, but lunch and dinner I'll probably eat out. But yeah, so I'll do around 200 for Starbucks, and then lunch is, anywhere between, 3 to 4 or 500 pesos, and then, dinner right around the same, around 300 pesos or so. So I'm right around 1,000 pesos. I think most days I'm a lot less than that. Some days I'm more. We'll just say 1,000 pesos for food, and that comes out to 30,000 pesos a month roughly. And then grocery. I don't really spend a lot on groceries. I'll get like laundry soap and, toiletry stuff and things like that. It's probably around 2,000 pesos a month. My oatmeal, all that stuff's really cheap. I like to get some fresh fruits and stuff like that. Safety Wing, so health insurance. My health insurance, I use Safety Wing, and that is 12,000 pesos a month. I might look at some alternative health insurance programs. There's probably some better options out there. This one does cover me in case I want to travel anywhere. It's one that was recommended by other vloggers, so I kind of went with it just because it was easy for me to get at the time and go with it. But I'll probably will be changing that at some point for more of a Philippines-based health insurance. But really what this is designed to do is, say I get in an accident or heart attack or stroke or cancer, whatever, some of these big insurance items, Safety Wing will kind of step in and help out with that. Otherwise, it's just cash, right? So, when I was sick early on when I got here, I went to the hospital and was treated there, and I just paid out of pocket for that, and I think that was like 3,000 pesos. But anyways, another big reoccurring expense that I have is health insurance. I also recently hired a helper assistant, a maid, and that is 2,000 pesos a month for that. She comes in once a week and cleans my place. So that's another reoccurring expense. Visa is another reoccurring expense that I have. And I looked at my last Visa. I use JRC to do all that. It's just really simple. I give them my passport and they handle all of that. But that service was around 1,300 pesos for the month. And then transportation is another one on my budget. I put down 3,000 pesos for transportation. I pretty much walk everywhere. I'm not, my scooters aren't really registered yet, so I can't really drive, but which is fine. I just pretty much walk everywhere. Occasionally I'll take a taxi. You know, if I want to go down to like SM Seaside, you know, which is one of the big malls that's a little ways away, I'll, you know, that's what 400 pesos round trip. So, you know, maybe once a week I'll grab a taxi. But also included in that my trips to Balamban, which I do, you know, maybe once a month or so. I'll go down to Balamban. So I put 3,000 a month for transportation. Netflix is another reoccurring cost for me. My Netflix is around 1,000 pesos a month. I actually need to switch it over to my Philippines phone number because my understanding is that price will be cut in half. Netflix does pricing based on your region. So right now I'm still paying United States rate. But anyways, that's another reoccurring expense that I have. You know, another one is Apple. I have, you know, the iCloud backup storage. I think I pay for whatever 2 terabyte of that, and that's about 600 pesos a month. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of my reoccurring bills that I have. You know, I'm below the 2,000 mark, I believe, or right around that. I haven't really added it up. I'll do that here in the video. But that's really my goal, is to be in that price range. And, you know, I feel like, you know, I'm not lacking in anything or anything that I need. Like I said, I eat out every day. I just here I had some coffee and, you know, I pretty much eat a lot out. So yeah, just wanted to do a quick budget video it's been highly requested. And some of the delay for me has just been I've had, you know, still kind of figuring out what are my reoccurring bills and how much things are. So, but yeah, I'll probably do these, you know, whatever periodically as the channel grows and there's more members, as well as my budget changes. I can see how, you know, things will change around a little bit depending on, you know, where I'm living and things like that. So anyways, just wanted to do a quick video on that. Really appreciate everyone watching, subscribing, and supporting the channel. Just so incredible. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Empin.